sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we own the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do.
Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Losing is not even fun. Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Losing is not even fun. Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Losing is not even fun. Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Losing is not even fun. Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. Losing is not even fun.
All right, guys. Here we are. Sunday night comes around once again. You're right here on the Highline Racing Network. I'll be your broadcaster, and I'm Tommy Rogers. We got a pretty good setup tonight running here in Kansas in the Gen 4. So we'll see how that goes. This is definitely the least stable car of all vehicles that we typically would run in the Highline Racing League. So we're really hoping and praying that we get some patient drivers tonight, that we got some guys that are going to, you know, take a step back. Definitely, especially early on, you know, do a little bit of give more so than take, if you will. Right now, though, we're going to jump around track like we normally do. Get eyes on quite a few of these race car drivers out here. We're watching the 75. Oh, looking like Craig Martin taking a big hit right there as well. A lot of guys damaged on track right now. Got Ronald Hall here in the old school Budweiser 8 car. Eli Zallo. Ricky Miles coming out of the pits. Ricky Miles, the co-CEO of S&M iRacing Motorsports, right there in the 5 car, joining us tonight. Got Chandler Chabot up there on the top in the 28 car. Looking for Dave Scott at the moment. There he is, Dave Scott out here in the 75. Looks like a lot of these guys coming in tonight without some custom paint jobs. Easton Collins. See if we can get a better look at Easton here. Taking a look here at Rick Paradise right here in the 49. Wow. Looking like these guys are definitely having issues early on. Got John Miles here. John Miles showing up in the 21 car versus his typical 69. Well, let's see here. We got several guys coming out of the pits now. Got eyes on. Watching Trey Craig at the moment here. Jackson Connell. He's making moves out here in the 12. Not that many cars out on track at the moment. Nick Bauman there in the, looks like the Navy 88. Ooh, he's getting loose. Joe Kwan. I used to pronounce his name Joaquin, but might be a nickname thing or what, but he goes by Joe Kwan, so we're going to call him Joe Kwan as well. Well, we're going to get ready to kick this off, right? We're gonna get the over to our latest episode of the Highline Racing Network show. So we're going to get that going now. So in case you missed it, here it goes.
Welcome back to the Highline, guys. Chicagoland was great. And we have some big news around the league. Time to rock and roll. Oh yeah, I'm back, boys. And we are going to show you the highlights from Chicago. But first, we want to show you the Todd Mays signing.
Hell yeah! All right, what you city folks want to ask now?
If you don't mind me asking, what's the contract worth, Gunslinger?
Well, it's worth 2.5 for the rest of the season, plus some cool incentives.
Yeah, we heard you could get a bonus if you win one of your next 3 races. Care to give us more details?
Well, you're a nosy little sucker. You know, I'm not going to say because John and the boys might get upset. I'll see y'all later on.
Congratulations to Todd and S&M iRacing Motorsports. He is a big-time star, so this is surely to improve the team. Well, DHR dominated once again with 4 drivers in the top 5. Let's go see the Stage 1 highlights.
As Brandon Showers is in turn 1. Oh, the 79 coming down on him close. If Brandon can make it around here, it looks like he is going to seal the deal for Stage 1 as he's now entering turn 3. Not sure if Randy, his father behind, is going to make a move to try to take it. It does look like he is. It looks like the father is going to try to take the stage. Who's it going to be? Right here. Right here. It looks like, oh, it looks like Brandon Showers has gotten it. It looks like Brandon Showers got it just barely. We're going to go back and take a look. He's making the move there on the outside. Oh, I don't know. And taking a look, it does. They have overturned it. Randy Showers is now placed as the leader.
Jerry Bergeron is our featured driver this week. Jerry is still finding his way in the high line as he has an average finish of 28th. With that said, he is still a free agent, and teams looking for a veteran all-star should definitely consider signing him. With that said, Lin Wei has caught up with him down on the track. Let's get down there now.
Jerry, your finishing average is currently 28th, and you have only had 1 top 10.
Dang, Lin, slow down a little. 28th, you say? Well, I'm going to get it up into the top 10.
10 before it's all said and done.
You're damn right, and I'm going to get a win. I have beat him before, and I'm going to do it again. Who wants to team up?
Now, can you autograph this rookie card of yourself for me?
Oh, yeah. My favorite driver and LA's main man, Juan Escamilla, takes Stage 2.
Make moves. Try to make a move there on the inside of Juan Escamilla. Dark Horse's top driver, the points leader, as we're coming to 74 right now. We're at 74. And Dylan Rowe is making a move on Juan Escamilla. He's got the inside. Juan on the high side. We're coming out. We're coming up to 2. What's going to happen? They're on the back stretch. Juan Escamilla is holding the wall. Dylan Rowe going to tuck in behind. Dylan Rowe going to tuck in behind. Out of 4. We're in the trioval. Juan Escamilla dropping it low. Nothing can be done. Juan Escamilla is going to take Stage 2 right here in Chicagoland. Congratulations to Juan Escamilla for Stage 2 here in Chicagoland. Outstanding battle there for the 53 of Dylan Rowe, but at the end of the day, he just...
We have breaking news from the AWR office. Kyle Cameron is making his return to the AWR team after being rescued 2 weeks ago in the swamps of Florida. We have a team covering this news at AWR Incorporated. Let's go there now.
It's great to be back. Being lost in the swamp and eating ball python or gator nightly has changed me for sure. I'm like Rambo now, basically. It's a joke, people. Lighten up. When I left, we were a small team just setting out on this journey. And now Cato has created a massive corporation and championship contending team. That's all for now. I have to practice.
Kyle's return is amazing, almost as amazing as the win in Chicagoland. Check it out right after a word from our sponsors.
Well, Brandon, after we made those adjustments, you have just recorded your best time ever.
When you're looking for a setup and a community that stands behind it, Team Watson Racing Setups. Serious setups for drivers who are done guessing.
Okay, guys, here is the checkered flag highlight of point leader DHR's Juan Escamilla taking another checkered flag.
Is he going to help him? No, he moves up top. We've got a white flag. We've got a white flag. This is going to be it. This is going to be it. This is definitely going to be it. As we are 3 wide up front, the 79, the 12, the 99 are tight into the backstretch. The 12 got the edge. The 12's got the edge with the 21 bump. Who's going to help Juan Escamilla? So far, nobody. But he's got the lead. He's got the lead. They're coming to the final right here. They're coming to the final. Juan Escamilla. Juan Escamilla has won again right here in Chicagoland. Right here in Chicagoland. Oh, my goodness.
Vamos. This is amazing. I knew I could come back after being caught up early, and I put it on them in those last 25 laps. And we know Highline is recruiting top teams to challenge us. We say, bring it on. Dark Horse never backs down. We are the champions! Oh, man, get out of here.
The standings have not changed much. Escamilla, Haley, and Hayden holds your top 3 spots, with Showers and Bauman rounding out the top 5.
DHR holds 4 of the top 5 spots, with Escamilla holding a 12-point lead over Haley.
Now get out of here. Well, that's going to wrap this week's episode up. I can't wait to see you Speed Demons Sunday in Kansas. Peace.
Yeah, I'm in the vein, speeding like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. I'm here to impulse. Every race I'm taking, no more I need the folks. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most. Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle. I'm the king now. Just a little. Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle.
All right, guys. Well, we are back and we're getting ready to qualify. So we're going to get that going here. In the meantime, we're going to show you our fans clip real quick before we move in quickly into the national anthem. So we better get to it fast. Here we go. These are our fans and crew chiefs from this week. Like I said, we got some guys go down there in the grandstands and talk to some of the fans, some of the crew chiefs, just get some stuff recorded, get some source information for you guys, and but more than anything, it's entertainment. Here we go.
Okay, Brandon, I want you to pit next time by.
Why now?
Listen, man, you have a random in front and a ticking time bomb right behind you. Bring her in.
The 9 car just bumped the crap out of me. All right, fire through finish room.
Hey, hun, is there any way you can change that TV over there to the Highline Racing Network?
Oh, hell yeah, we can. I love Highline. Not me, I can't stand it.
You know I race on the Highline.
Oh, sure you do. That's why you're here with your mom ordering chicken fried steak while the race is on.
Hey, all jokes aside, I'm Robert Lavelle, hun.
Oh, you're Wiki. Right on, right on.
Look at DHR and AWR fighting. Pathetic.
Yeah, man, they were literally arguing about farts or something.
Ryan Wilson has farts with more talent than Haley.
You are nuts, bro. The only AWR driver worth a crap is Hayden. Now get out of my face, idiot. You should have kept your mouth shut. All right, break it up. Get him off.
This ain't fate. Rubber meets steel with a whole lot of weight. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind. No left, no fear, leave it all on the line. We don't tiptoe, we don't wait for a sign. If you ain't running the high line, you're already behind.
All right, guys, we are running up on time quickly here, so we're going to try to get this national anthem going before it is too late. Hopefully we don't have to cut it short, but here we go, national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. Well, we got the national anthem knocked out. We are getting ready to go grid up here any moment now for Highline Racing Network's league race here in Kansas tonight. But we're gonna get we're definitely gonna get the Pedley's Keys to Success knocked out. Pedley's Garage, one of our sponsors, along with TWRS and our partners at Outlaw Monster, Admin Box, Blind Squirrel Media, and of course CSR Broadcasting, all bring to you the keys to success tonight, which are tire management. It is crucial here in Kansas tonight to take care of your tires. You might give up a few spots in doing so, but you're going to get them back in the end, so definitely keep an eye there. Develop a rhythm with where you're driving on the track, when you're pitting, who you're running with. A rhythm equals driving smooth and having a smooth race, so we definitely encourage that rhythm. And of course, it goes without saying, you can easily overdrive corners here in Kansas and push yourself straight up to the wall, taking out anybody and everybody that's in your way, you know, as you're washing up there. So don't overdrive the corners. Be ready to start lifting and braking sooner, especially if you're 10, 15 cars in the back of a pack. You're going to have to lift more. You're going to have to lift sooner. Take that stuff into account. With that said, we're looking at a 1.5 mile D-shaped oval that opened back in 01. Yeah, there's a lot of different grooves here. Find the right one for you and your tires. You know, at the end of the day, Kansas, you know, they host 2 NASCAR Cup Series races every year. As far as we're concerned, they race 3 because the Highline Racing Network is here tonight as well. Taking a look at our grid. So we got Chris Vincent in pole with Ethan Moreno in second, Brett Holmes, Trevor Haley, Joquan Stewart, Trey Craig, Ronald Hall, Josh McKinney of G Lightning in here again tonight, Jordan Tanselli, Kevin Orlando, Cole Williams, and Grant Wesley. Grant Wesley showing up here as Extreme Motors, but he also is a SMT driver. Nick Bauman, Jerry Fassett, Evan Perry of SMT there, Corey Cook of CCH, also a top 5 driver in the point system. Thomas Wyatt, big-time Dark Horse newcomer, Randy Showers, David Salter, Craig Martin of Piston Broke, Jordan Riddick, Eric Hayden, Donnie Beeks, Brandon Bikey of TWRS, Greg Bergeron, Sean Stamper, Michael Jennings, Justin Lee Pearson, newest AWR driver, along with SMT's newest driver, Aaron Trebig, Timothy Tyler, CEO of Dark Horse, Eli Zallo, Ricky Miles of S&M, Brandon Showers, Maurice Goldman, Joshua Carr, and John Miles. We'll let you guys take a look at the final guys there on the screen as we are getting ready to go green here shortly.
Green flag.
And we are out quicker than expected, and we are on the move. Vincent Moreno up and out fast. Moreno there on the high side in the 92. Vincent down low in the 33 with the 47 of Holmes right behind them, getting in the mix. I got to remind you guys that Ethan Fonseca Moreno has literally won 2 out of the 3 races that he has run in the Highline. So he's definitely the one to beat, and it looks like Vincent might be just that. We're definitely going to get eyes on, and just like we've told everybody knows how a Highline Racing Network race goes, man. It's all about the fans. It's all about the guys that are supporting the show, supporting the drivers, you know. And with that said, if you're watching the broadcast live, you got a fan. If you're a fan of somebody, throw their name out on the chat. You know, give us anything, everything you can. Tell us about the driver. I mean, anything you want. And we're going to do our best to show love there. As we just seen Moreno not taking too much time, as he's already passing the number 25 of Vincent, represented by 33 on his car tonight. I'm not exactly sure. We do know that there are a couple of guys from the TWRS team that are running in the race tonight. Hey, we've been making a scene here lately as we've been screaming for some top drivers to show up to challenge the Dark Horse guys of, well, Ethan Moreno and Juan Escamilla, Trevor Haley, Nick Bauman, Joe Kwan. You know, quite a few of these guys just dominate the Highline Racing Network League, and we want those guys to have some serious contenders. So yeah, we're actively recruiting. If you're a big dog out there, this is the race for you, man. Gonna try to get eyes. We do know we might be able to find a couple of names. We did just confirm Chris Vincent as well as David Salter are running with Brandon Bikey of TWRS. If you didn't know, this setup tonight is indeed brought to you by TWRS, because TWRS is official setup sponsor for the Highline Racing Network. But also remember that TWRS does way more than just setups. They're coaches, first and foremost. You know, they want to work with you individually. They don't want to just give you a setup. They want to teach you how to adjust your own setup based on your driving style. So keep that in mind. When you're looking for a setup, look for a family-oriented community like TWRS. Whew, we saw the 75 of Dave Scott caught up in something back there. We're going to go back and take a look while it's pretty relaxed right now. Here we got Dave Scott. We're going to go quarter speed here and see if we can't see what might. Oh, we see several cars got into it down there. Tyler Gothard also involved in this crash. We got this at quarter speed, expecting the wreck is going to occur right around in here. Chris Vinson, we're getting a notification that has also dropped back to 6th. We're going to take this full speed. We will get back live. Dave Scott gets into the back of the 27 there, going for the push. Got to remember, these are the Gen 4s. It's going to be a little different. As we're back live, back on our leader with Ethan in there in the 92. Got a good second gap over Trevor Haley and Joe Kwan. Look, rounding out our top 10 will be Tanselli, Vincent, Joshua McKinney of G Lightning, Holmes, Hall, Riddick, and Nick Bauman of Dark Horse. We got the fan cam that's going tonight as well as we're watching Ethan bringing it down. Remind everybody, the first stage will be at lap 35. I say again, lap 35. And that'll be when the first caution comes out. And everybody will get the opportunity to get those laps back. The Highline Racing Network is about green flag racing, not pacing. So we're going to get guys caught up. We gave them 3 fast repairs per race. But at the end of the day, it's all about green flag racing. Nobody wants to watch pacing. Looking at the chat, the Stamper crew is in town. Good to see all the big-time Stamper fans in the house. We're going to get eyes on Sean Stamper right now. There he is as the leader is passing him right on the bottom side. Sean Stamper's entire front end is basically gone. That bumper is gone. So he has slowed down significantly. So he's just trying to get by. He's racing that race of attrition right now, staying on track, saving as many laps as he can without having to pit in. So not a bad move on Sean Stamper there in the mellow yellow, playing it smart tonight. Leaders are now at lap 13, and we're going to bounce around track. We're going to show love. We got Aaron Trebig right there, SMT driver. Newest SMT driver for the teammates of Evan Perry and Matt Brown, as well as Grant Wesley tonight. Randy Schweitzer out here in the Monster 78. For anybody that doesn't know, Randy Schweitzer is RSI Broadcasting. He does a lot of Friday night broadcasts for the S&M iRacing Motorsports series in the hosted session. Definitely check out RSI Broadcasting. You'll get to see me driving. But here lately I haven't been winning. A lot of front pack driving, some stages, but just can't pull it out at the end. Good to see Randy out here. Much love to the RSI. Ricky Miles, co-CEO of S&M iRacing Motorsports right here in the Gearhead car. One of his teammates, James Jepson, right there behind him in the 14. Nick Bauman screaming by in 10th place, up 3 spots in the 88, also of Dark Horse. We talked about him a little bit ago, but Joshua McKinney here, he's a G Lightning driver, man. We're going to tell you right now, hey, Josh, man, you got to get your boy. You got to get Joe Wells to get in on the action, man. I know. Joe Wells of GB22 Designs, he's getting up there. You know, he's big time in it now. But, hey, maybe every now and again, he'll come down here and run with us. What do you say? let him know. Looking at the lead, Ethan is still holding it down, so we're going to look around. Looking for Justin Lee Pearson. There's Justin Lee Pearson there in the 39 car tonight. Maurice Gomillion here in the 44. Wow, currently in 11th. 10th. Started 34th. A lot of guys are pitting around this time. Remember, first stage, lap 35. We're going to get eyes on. We got Bray Holmes, though. He's running front pack. We're going to watch these guys coming down pit road right now. Bray there in the 47, third in line. The 50 kind of having a bit of a blinking issue. See what the 47 slides his pit. Anybody listening, whoever that is in that 50, if they're having significant issues on track blinking, they're going to have to self-EOL, or we're going to have to take them to the back, or we're going to have to DQ them. We got Brandon Bikey of TWRS out here on track there in the 27 on the side of his car, but he's represented tonight on iRacing in the number 4 car, currently in 18th. Started 24, so up 6 spots. Looking around track. We got the big dog looking for Trevor Haley. Trevor Haley there, Dark Horse's finest, currently in 4th. Get eyes on. Looks like Ethan has pitted, so we've had a change in leaders right now as it's moving around. Haley now showing. A moment ago, it still was tracking as Randy Schweitzer, but we're going to see a significant change here for a few minutes as a lot of cars are pitting. We're not going to let that hold us back, though. We're going to keep bouncing around, showing love to some of these drivers. We got somebody in here talking, saying, come on, Dark Horse. Well, we'll give you another Dark Horse driver. Looking, I don't see Juan Escamilla in the pack tonight. We're definitely going to have to try to see what happened to him. Our points leader is more than likely going to be overtaken. But Ethan currently in 2nd, right behind Trevor Haley of Dark Horse. Get good eyes on Ethan there in the Red Bull. Running 2nd behind his teammate Trevor Haley in the 12. I'm going to try to get eyes on Joe Kwan. Joe Kwan there in the 29, also of Dark Horse. Currently in 3rd, started 5th. See what we got here. No more. We don't have anybody else, it sounds like, piping up in the chat just yet. No big deal. Anybody that, like I said, if you're watching, you want your driver to be shown on the big screen, we'll get them over. We'll get them up there as quickly as we can for you, but we definitely going to move it around. We are now lap 23. Trevor Haley currently in 1st. Ethan Moreno not far behind. Watching these guys barrel it down. Might get in behind into the cockpit of Ethan here. Watching Ethan as he's battling here behind Trevor Haley. As you can tell here, he's trying to manage his tires, yet trying to stay up to pace with Trevor Haley, as Trevor Haley's coming around some lap traffic here. We're now lap 25. Remind you once again, we'll be looking for lap 35 for stage 1. As Ethan's dropping to the bottom here, making a move, really watching. As he's getting ready to pass the 43. Does that without any issue. Bouncing around. Lap 26 now. We're going to get eyes on John Miles. John Miles typically has a blinking issue. They're in the green. 21 tonight with the purple tires. Still having them blinking issues, John. Evan Perry in the Home Depot Tony Stewart car. If you don't know it, Evan, he sets up quite a few races under SMT for bigger events and money races. So definitely, if you got something in mind, feel free. Reach out to Evan right through the Hotline Discord, or get to him on the SMT Discord or Facebook page. Ryan Wilson. Eyes on Ryan Wilson for the first time tonight, an admin for the Highline Racing Network. Typically would run the 23 car. Who else we can get eyes on? Tyler Gothard is in here. Tyler we saw caught up earlier in a wreck with Dave Scott of S&M. Lap 29 the leaders are on. We're going to be keeping an eye on that. So some love to Eric Hayden, who's the voice tonight. Eric Hayden also of Pedley's Garage. And if you didn't know, Pedley's Garage is the official sponsor of the Highline Racing Network. All right, well, we are going to get this back over to our leaders here in just a moment after we get eyes on David Salter. David Salter there in the 32. I do believe David was the third member running tonight with TWRS. Double checking now. Indeed, David Salter is teamed up there with Brandon Bikey tonight for TWRS. Jerry Fassett there of AWR, also the creator of Blind Squirrel Media. Definitely check out Blind Squirrel Media on YouTube. Blind Squirrel Media is a partner of Highline. They've done some work, helped out Highline in many different ways. They love to make videos and different things of that nature regarding Highline, as well as other leagues like MOTD. So definitely check out Blind Squirrel Media. Easton Collins is going to be our last driver before this stage, after we go back to the leader. We're going to hold it down. Good to see Easton out here as we're getting on board now with the leaders. All right, we're on here with Trevor Haley, as Trevor Haley is coming to lap 34. And this is going to take us up to the caution, as it looks like Ethan Moreno is dropped back a second and a half, as Trevor Haley of Dark Horse is there on the back stretch. Trevor Haley represented by 5 tonight, but he is always 12. And here he is coming out of 4. Gonna take stage 1 right here in Kansas is Trevor Haley. Trevor Haley in the 12 Dark Horse car. Congratulations. Congratulations, Trevor Haley. There's not a better man out there, I swear. Nobody has more respect than Trevor Haley, than Highline Racing Network. Pretty much everybody has the highest level of respect for Trevor Haley in whatever series he's driving. Congratulations, Trevor Haley. We're going to see if we can't bounce around while we're under caution here. Not that many significant wrecks to be registered. Throughout the course of that wreck, there was a few guys that had to jump to pits. A couple guys that went off track, but nothing serious. Nothing serious. So we're running a pretty decent, a pretty clean race right now. And I'll remind everybody, as you're watching this right now, everybody that's lead lap at this time is staying down low, while all the cars that are a lap down are being afforded the opportunity to get those laps back right now on the high side. And of course we do it like that because we don't throw cautions every time there's an incident, every time there's a couple cars involved in a wreck. It's not great for the race. It's not great for the show. So at the end of the day, we try to pride ourselves on utilizing the green flag racing method. And, you know, at the end of the day, I can't say whoever came up with that idea. We certainly didn't. We run with S&M iRacing Motorsports nightly with the lobby opening up at 9 o'clock Eastern. And we learned how to race that way, and we found a love for it. And we decided to create a league around that method. And that's what we got here. Seeing SMT's 20 of Evan Perry pulling out there. We got TWRS's, I believe that's Vincent there. Moreno, the 30. All these guys coming out of pits right now. Beautiful sight seeing a lot of these cars under these lights. I love it. Got a lot of support across the chat right now for Sean Stamper, S&M's 09 driver. See if we can't get eyes on him. He's had a rough out so far, getting things situated though, as we got eyes on. We got it into the pits, got that crew to get him a bumper put back on. So he's not going to be restricted as bad. But he's coming down pit road right now after getting some laps back. So we're going to see how well his pit stop goes. Oh, and he goes way too far. Wow. Sean is probably, might get a DQ that might have to get cleared after overshooting his pit tremendously there. That is unfortunate. But it happens sometimes. Guys get hung up trying to get their tires set, trying to get a black flat cleared after it going around. It's what happens. We all make those mistakes from time to time. That is for sure. Jerry Bergeron recently on the Highline Racing Network, the show, getting interviewed by Linway. It was good to see Jerry there for the first time in the Highline Racing Network. And we look forward to seeing him again as the green flag is about to drop with Trevor Haley taking us back green as we speak.
Green flag.
With Ethan Moreno there on the outside. Trevor Haley's not playing games. He's out to a quick start to the high side as Ethan Moreno is kind of stuck right now with the 33 right there on his inside. Trevor Haley holding it down. Looks like Ethan Moreno is holding his position well, but definitely struggling to keep up with the pace with Trevor Haley as we're now lap 40. We're definitely going to see the 10 car and the 83 get overtaken here at some point tonight, because we're watching them right now. The 10 car just coming out of 4 as our leader is coming out of 3. We'll get eyes on the 10 car here in a bit as Trevor Haley gains ground on him. Got a time delta up. Looking at that battle box scenario, Trevor Haley showing up 3. Ethan Moreno, half a second back almost. Chris Vincent just over that. Trevor Haley up to about 190, 192. Ken Kleiman, 197. Up to 197 miles an hour here in Kansas. Wow, that is unbelievable. Chris Vincent of TWRS. That 50 car still having blinking issues. That 50, looking for who is driving the 50 tonight. The 50 is being driven by Jordan Tanselli. But it's outstanding to see some TWRS drivers out here with Brandon Bikey. TWRS sponsoring the Highline Racing Network has, it's really been instrumental in us, moving to that next level. So we definitely appreciate them coming on board. We're going to support those guys. We're going to try to do our best to support them more than they even support us. And, I can't thank them enough for all that they've done for the Highline Racing Network. So thanks, TWRS, and definitely thank you, Brandon. As we got it over here now on Craig Martin, we're going to jump into the cockpit here with Craig. Craig Martin there. Looks like Jared Bergeron there on his outside now, slightly up high, with the 44 of Maurice Gamillion right there in front. Getting a little loose there in that AC Delco 44. Craig Martin, if you don't know, he's an All-American Cup driver. In addition to that, he also runs in the Masters of the Draft Series. And I ain't talking about Draft Masters. I'm talking about MOTD, ran by Scott Wise. If you're into super speedway racing, that's all Masters of the Draft is. So definitely, I would say definitely specifically for the next season, I would get in touch with Scott Wise. You can do so right through the Highline Racing Network Discord. Get linked up with him, and he'll get you all situated. Corey Cook there of CCH Racing there in the 61. Corey not doing as well tonight as he has historically. Corey Cook is a top 5, top 6 driver in the point system in the Highline Racing Network. So he's usually front pack at all times. But here tonight, he's mid-pack. We'll see what happens. He's a smart driver. He might be managing his tires. Brandon Bikey there flying by. He's got 27 on the side of his car with the TWRS logo across the hood. A lot of guys realizing that there was more than one model to the Gen 4. Between the stock and then the Super Speedway model, a lot of guys' paint jobs have to be set up for the stock. All right, guys, we are currently at lap 50, so we're at the halfway point, but we're not to a stage. Next stage will be lap 75. We're going to let you guys watch. Oh, we got some guys going around to 46. The 46 has just crashed. We are going to see if we can get eyes on the 46. Real quick, we're going to take a look at some of that wreck. All right, here we go. We're on Kevin Orlando Jr. He was definitely involved in it. We see the 46 up there getting into the wall. The 44. Several cars. Oh, wow. And then that's how Kevin gets hung up in it. We'll see if we can't get a couple of other guys. Ronald Hall. Eyes on Ronald Hall there. Ronald Hall in the 8. Wow. That's unfortunate. It really is. But this is Speedway racing here in Kansas, as that tire is flying down the track there, as we're going to get back live with our leader. Trevor Haley here just beyond the midway mark of the race. Trevor Haley, I'll remind you, up Dark Horse with Ethan Fonseca Moreno there behind. But Ethan is still holding about a half second back. See if we can't get eyes on a few other drivers. Jerry Fassett of AWR there in the 71. I got to tell you, Jerry, I've seen you make a lot of cars. A lot of cars. You got some serious skills. You really do, man. But I think that gray and that yellow, they're not the Jerry Fassett way. That Jerry Fassett way I love the car, but it's not the style I'm used to seeing driven by Jerry Fassett. As we're looking at CEO of Dark Horse there, Timothy Tyler in the 83 coming around track. Donnie Beach is with us tonight. There's Donnie. Right. Here we go. There's Donnie in the 11 car. Keeping track of things. We're watching Trevor Haley, Chris Vincent, Ethan Moreno. We've gotten some change up front. It looks like Trevor Haley has pitted. That's why we're watching the changeover now. Several guys coming out pit road now. See, look like, I'm not exactly sure who that was back there. Looked like maybe Jerry Fassett. Thought he was going to get loose, but he held it down. Watching this go by, we're going to try to get a couple of drivers into the chat under our next caution at our next stage break. We're going to try to link up with maybe a couple of these drivers and, you know, get their tale of the tape from the track, from the driver's perspective. Still got a little while here as we're watching Justin Lee Pearson there in the 39. Justin Lee Pearson of AWR, as well as the iRacing Lounge podcast crew. Highline Racing Network highly recommends the iRacing Lounge podcast. Really great for information regarding all the latest and greatest involved around the iRacing and the iRacing community. Sean Stamper. Sean Stamper out there in the mellow yellow. Getting some love for Tim Tyler. Bryce Hinton is in the chat. He wants to see more of the pit stops. We'll work on that for you. A lot of guys may not know, but Bryce Hinton is an S&M driver that is not able to run for quite some time due to some work obligations, but he still gets out and supports and watches the races whenever he's able to. So much appreciated, Bryce, and take care, be safe, and we're looking forward to your return, man. Dave Scott. Dave Scott, usually in a reliable IT Solutions car, but always driven in the 75 and a admin in the S&M iRacing Motorsports Series. Good to see Dave out here. He's definitely a regular. Cole Williams. Cole Williams started 11th, back to 23rd right now. We watched where he got involved in that wreck earlier. So we'll see how he recovers. Kevin Orlando started 10th. He also was involved earlier in a wreck. He's now in 27th. Oh, wow. Timothy Tyler's loved one is in the chat saying, "Don't lose focus, sweetheart," she says. So if you're listening, Timothy, you got that pushing you as we're looking at Brandon Showers, son of Randy Showers, Dark Horse newer driver, and just won a few races ago. We're up to lap 64. 11 laps to stage. Grant Wesley of SMT. Get some eyes on some of these pit stops times. Grant Wesley at a 14.7 for the coming out of his pit stop. Trevor Haley at an 11-second pit stop. Chris Vincent right behind him. Looks like Chris Vincent might be a TWRS heavy hitter as he's out here tonight running with the Highline big guns of Trevor Haley, as well as Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Ethan there in the 92-bit Red Bull. Watching these guys come by. Going to be taking us to 68. Jerry Bergeron. Let's see what Jerry Bergeron's got battling right now as Jerry's currently in 12th, but around him at the moment, he's got Sean Stamper in 24, Aaron Trebig, and Evan Perry. Nobody really, except for Jordan Riddick, that's really close to Jerry Bergeron at the moment. Michael Jennings currently Michael Jennings is currently in 18th spot. Watching him right now, looking at who's around. He's got 15, 16, several guys near him. Joe Kwan there in the 29, dark horse driver. Oh, getting into it with the 30 and the 39, and Joe Kwan is currently wrecked into the wall. We're going to go back quick while we can and see this. One more time. We're going to take it quarter speed. So right up here, it looks like Joe Kwan, maybe the 30 comes up while Joe Kwan had a big run. But Joe Kwan ends up into the back end of him, it looks like. With the 39 right there behind him. Looks like the 30 might have had to slow up, might have had to get on the brakes more than he anticipated. Got a little loose and ends up right on the nose of Joe Kwan and the 39, right on the back end of Joe Kwan. 39, Joe Kwan and the 29, as well as the 30, all suffering heavy damage. As we're getting back live, with leader Trevor Haley, as we're now at lap 71. Caution is coming out at lap 75. Chris Vincent currently in second. Chris Vincent just over a half second behind Trevor Haley. Ethan Moreno now 2.5 seconds back. As Trevor Haley's coming around now to take us to lap 73. The 44 is Maurice Gaumillion. He is currently a lap back. So he's not going to be a major factor. He potentially is only slowing up Chris Vincent from being able to make a valid attempt at overtaking Trevor Haley. As we're in the Highline chopper, watching Trevor Haley come around once again. Trevor Haley, our leader, second place in points in the league. With a win tonight, he is going to become the leader with his first win. As here it is,
Caution somewhere.
Oh, and the caution is out.
Throughout the
Trevor
course of that last
Haley
run, did you see
has
any rubber
won
laying down at all?
stage 2. Trevor Haley of Dark Horse pulling it down again. Looking like we got Haley, Vincent, Moreno, Tanzelli, and Bikey might round out our top 5. We're going to get confirmation on that for points here after the race to make sure that we got all of our stage winners 1 through 5 recorded in the Sim Racer Hub application that Highline Racing uses. But as promised, congratulations to Trevor Haley, but we are going to get into the chat. And we are going to see if we can't talk. We're going to get SMT's CEO, in here to talk as he's getting laps back. Currently in 22nd, down 7 spots. All right, let's get him moved into... Evan Perry, you're in the booth. You got comms.
I do, Tommy. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. I hate to jump on you while you're working on getting. It looks like you caught up. Did you get your laps back, or are you working on that now?
I am caught up on the lead lap. Just going into my pit box now to get some fresh tires and let's see if I get out of the top 20 or get into the top 20 at least.
I hear that, man. We're watching you now as you're pitting in. Don't slide that box. Looks like you did it. Looks like you did it well. Looked like you were a little reserved going in, but hey, you're running on burnt tires.
Burnt tires and frustration and not knowing how to run this car, all the above. I'm trying. And
I hear you, man.
We'll see what happens the second half of the race.
Well, we've got a lot of feedback coming over your radio due to the fact that you're watching it there in the background. Much appreciated, man. Definitely don't turn that sucker off. Don't turn it down. But we wanted to bring you in here. We had eyes on and just, jumping around the track, taking advantage to talk to some of the drivers, some of the dedicated drivers. So we wanted to hear you and see if you want to give any words of encouragement to your teammates before I send you back down.
Oh, most definitely. Well, you obviously know we got Aaron Trubrick here, who's kind of where I'm at, trying to figure this car and track out. And then we also got Grant Wesley, who came in to run with me tonight. And you know his name. He's a great driver, and it looks like he's doing pretty well. So just keep running the car, keep it smooth, don't make outrageous movements, and maybe we'll get some points on the board tonight.
All right. Well, hey, have they told us when the caution window is going to be? Is it going to be 82 or 83? Do we know yet?
It looks like 83 at this point.
All
I was
right,
talking,
man.
couldn't hear. But
Okay.
that's my guess going off of 5 laps.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks, sir.
All right, that was Evan Perry, the CEO of SMT.
Green flag.
As we are going back green with Chris Vincent leading the way there with Trevor Haley up front. Three wide. It does look like Evan is right. It will be 83. We are definitely not used to these shorter breaks between the cautions. It is so much faster than some of the super speedway racing that we typically do in the Highline Racing Network. But nevertheless, they're back green. We know that caution window will be 83. Turn 4 if there is a wreck. Looks like I got indication of a David Salter crash. We're going to go and see it right now. All right, we're going to... Looks like it was just on start. We're going to take it quarter speed. David Salter. Trying to get eyes on. See what he was involved in there. Looks like he might get involved in something maybe with Joe Kwan there in the Dark Horse 29. So far, David is looking good. Oh, it's going to stem from a car getting in the wall and then Salter probably checking up just a hair. And away he goes. He is smoked by the 11. So we're going to get this back live. We saw what really happened there. It's unfortunate for the TWRS driver. As we are back live with leader Trevor Haley, who's got over a second lead on Brandon Bikey. Brandon Bikey of TWRS right there. See if we can't get on board. We're looking at a few other options out there, guys. We're considering maybe doing something a little bit different from time to time. One of the things we're considering is popping in to listen in from time to time to what is being said live between drivers in the race itself. And that could include us even popping in and listening to what race control is saying as well. You know, at the end of the day, it's only more informative, but guys tend to say a lot of different things across that radio. As the caution is out, right like we said, at lap 83 due to the David Salter crash. We've already gone back and seen that. So while we're under break here, we're going to have to go to commercial. We're going to have to go to commercial this time by, and we're going to have to cover down on GB22 Designs. Remember, if you need a paint, or if you need a livery done up by a professional that has done the likes of Ryan Perkins, Brayton Laster, and now Bobby Earnhardt. Yeah, I said that. Bobby Dale Earnhardt is now getting his cars in real life for ARCA Menards done by none other than GB22 Designs of Joe Wells, and you too can get your car done by a pro. All you got to do is reach out to GB22 Designs right there on Facebook. But let's check out GB22 Designs.
Red, white, and blue, stars in their eyes, under the heat of the summer skies. Chrome heart beauty's a dangerous smile, making this whole damn thing worthwhile. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back tire, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks.
Looking at the chat, we got a question from 3DWR8 asking, why no caution? Well, it's pretty simple. We do have cautions, but we only throw them during the stage breaks, and we allow everybody to get their laps back at that time. So that is the reason there tends to be a lot of wrecks in iRacing. So if you throw cautions every time there's wrecks, we're going to stay pacing the mass majority of the race. So we do a setup to where we throw them on our stage breaks, and then after we've exceeded our stage breaks, then we throw them every 5 laps when we still have the ability. And then, of course, as we get closer to the end of the race, we'll throw them immediately. But it allows for guys to green flag race, yet still get those laps back. It's better for racing. It's better for the broadcast. I hope that explains it as we're getting ready to go back green here with 15 laps to go with Brandon Bikey, Nick Bauman, Corey Cook, Trevor Haley, Tyler Gothard, Chris Vincent, Kevin Orlando, Brandon Showers, Jordan Panzelli, and SMT's Grant Wesley taking us back green right here. Nick Bauman really making a big move now to get to the front. As the pace car is in, TWRS's Brandon Bikey and Nick Bauman taking us back green. The flag is out. We are at lap 87, so the caution window will be turn 4 of lap 92. More than likely after that, if there is a wreck, will be cautions as the wreck occurs after that point. But right now, we are doing well with Brandon Bikey out front. Corey Cook popping into the mix there in the CC861. Oh, we got a couple guys scrubbing the wall pretty good. We had a lot of spark. Watching Brandon Bikey just destroy this track is looking like Corey Cook is kind of catching up to him. Brandon Bikey, Corey Cook, Chris Vincent, Trevor Haley, Brandon Showers, Nick Bauman, Jordan Tanselli, Tyler Gothard, and Joe Quan Stewart. And then, of course, John Miles rounding out top 10. Really watching. The pack is really separated quite a bit as the 11 cars going around with a lot of damage. Looking for Eli Zallo. Not sure what Eli's number is off the top of my head right now, but he was definitely involved with that tire. Eli Zallo's in the 24. A lot of guys involved, it looks like, dating back. Looks like Jerry Bergeron was one of the first along with Eli. So it looks like Eli might have been involved in more than one incident there. So as soon as the caution comes out, we're going to jump back and take a look at Eli and Jerry, see what they were involved in, as we're now 10 laps to go at lap 91. Our leader, Brandon Bikey, on the backstretch, taking us to 92. The caution window, the caution should be coming out in turn 4 of this next lap as he takes us to 92. See how well the admins are tonight on getting that thrown as we're watching Brandon now in the backstretch. Entering turn 3. Coming up on apex of the turn. Now into 4.
Caution
and the caution is out. Good job, admins. Really good job.
Did you see any rubber laying down
Let's
at all?
get back and see if we can't get eyes on that Eli Zallo and Jerry Bergeron incident. So here we are. We are on Eli. We're going to start taking it. Looks like the 35 right there is really what's got everything going. So we're going to bring it back just a little. And we're going to take it quarter speed right here. So we're watching that 35, the 27, and the 15. The 15 catches him as he's sliding up, which slides across the bumper, turning that 35 right down into the 27. And as a result, bam, ruining his own day there. The 15 did. But it happens. A lot of guys involved in this wreck as we're watching Evan Perry up high with his hood across his windshield, along with the 24 there of Eli Zallo. All of these guys just in it. The 75. Looks like possibly Joe Quan might have finally gotten through one. We're going to bring it back one more time and get into a slightly different view and then watch it back one more time before we go back live with the leader. So we're going to get right into Eli Zallo's cockpit here. And here we go. Really nowhere for him to go. We're going to see that same angle from Jerry Bergeron. Jerry Bergeron right there behind the 24. Oh, that's how they both get into it. Wow, Jerry just having a rough one as he's on the roof at the moment, and we're in here with him. And we're going to go back live here. You guys getting laps back as we're looking at the leaders. We're going to go over our top 10 at the moment. Brandon Bikey, Corey Cook. Let's see here. Brandon Bly. Oh. Here we go. We got Brandon Bikey, Corey Cook, Chris Vincent, Trevor Haley of Dark Horse, Jordan Tanzelli, Tyler Gothard, Brandon Showers, Nick Bauman, and Joe Kwan. So looking at the top 10, we've got 3 Dark Horse drivers currently in the top 10. Not sure where Ethan Fonseca Moreno is currently at. Hopefully we didn't lose him. It's looking like we may have lost Ethan. As we're getting ready to go back green with 6 laps to go. Scotty Stamper giving a shout out to the Highline Racing Network. Appreciate it. But we're going back green.
Green flag.
Brandon Bikey leading the way. Corey Cook there on the high side, dropping back slightly as we're 5 laps to go. Remember, we got 3 green, white checkers tonight as Brandon Bikey's leading the way with the 33 right behind him. Chris Vincent.
Caution.
Oh, and the caution is out.
Together,
The caution is out. It was like a John Miles crash, as well as a Grant Wesley crash. Wow, that was quick. We're going to get over and take a look at it. All right, here we are. We're going to hold it right here and take it quarter speed for a minute. So John Miles there in that 21. I know it says 69, but he's actually in the 21 on his car tonight. We do know that Grant Wesley, Ryan Wilson were also significantly involved in this. So we're going to try to see what occurs. Looks like John Miles slows down quite a bit right there and takes a hit by the 30. Not sure why John slowed down so much, but he is into several guys back there as we're watching this unfold. We're going to go back in one more view, and we're going to look at what occurred from what exactly. Wow, the 35 just destroyed there. Ricky Miles heavily damaged. A lot of guys just barreling in. There's still a lot of people on track. Some smart driving back there by Eli Zallo and guys. See if we can't get eyes on Ryan Wilson and what his involvement was here. Ryan Wilson there in that 37. Well, there he gets involved as the 21 initially goes around, and that's how Ryan ends up involved in it, as he is really destroyed on that wreck. It's unfortunate because Ryan is a Highline Racing admin. But we're going back live. Get over our top 10 here as we're looking at Brandon Bikey, TWRS leading the way with CCH's Corey Cook there in the 61. Chris Vincent in the 33 up there on track. Also of TWRS, of course, Dark Horse's Trevor Haley in the 12 car. We might be getting ready to go back green. No, we're going to go by one more time. So we're going to look at, in 5th, we've got Jordan Tanzelli there. Jordan in the 50. Randy Showers, a Dark Horse newest driver there. in the 21, but it looks like he's represented by the 40 tonight on track. His son, Brandon Showers, right there by him in the 40. Sorry, I don't know which one he is. Oh, there he is. I see the 21 just above the DuPont light blue. Brandon Showers is Randy in the 21, just passing by. Nick Bauman of Dark Horse there in the 88. Tyler Gothard right there with him in the 27. And Joe Quan right above in the 29, that Goodwrench, also of Dark Horse. As we are back with our leader of... We will be going green this time by with 3 laps to go. Pace car is in. Is this going to be the final time right here tonight in Kansas on the Highline Racing Network? We will see.
Flag.
As Brandon Bikey's taking the screen at the 50, the 88, all these guys going around immediately. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous. Wow, I cannot believe that just happened. Well, we're going to go right back to it. Might as well take it back old school for this one. As these guys went around immediately. We know we had Nick Bauman in it. Just after we went green. Right there. So we're going to get on board. Try to get a better angle of Nick Bauman there. Nick Bauman, Dark Horse driver in the 88. So we're going to be watching the 50. That's 2 cars in front of that Navy 88 car there on the bottom line. And we're going to take this quarter speed initially. And then we're going to go full speed. But it looks like the 40 of Brandon Showers got into the back there of the 50 car. But we'll see. It looks like Nick Bauman bumped the 40. The 40 bumps the 50, which checks the whole bottom line up. The 50's going around. The 88's going around. The 22 of Craig Martin going around. Wow, just a lot of guys there involved in something silly. Just really silly. We could have taken that back. We could have definitely done several laps prior to that occurring for sure, I think. But we're going to get back live. All right. All right, we are back live with Brandon Bikey. Brandon Bikey, Corey Cook, Trevor Haley, Chris Vincent, Randy Showers, Joe Quan Stewart, Tyler Gothard, Jerry Fassett, and Jerry Bergeron, Sean Stamper, rounding out the top 10. I really want to know who Bryce is pulling for tonight. You know, you got to pick one. I know you're S&M driver, and you got plenty of S&M teammates out here on track tonight, as well as looks like Bad Bunny, who's got her loved one and Timothy Tyler on track tonight, as well as all the Dark Horse drivers. So we don't really need to ask her per se, but who you got, Bryce Hinton? That's what I want to know. And hey, at the end of the day, if you don't want to pick who you want to win, throw out who you think is going to win. You know, is it Corey Cook? Is it Brandon Bikey? Think Trevor Haley's still got it in him to pull this out? What about Chris Vincent? Chris Vincent's right there too. We're hearing back. We're hearing back from the chat. We got James Smith saying he's thinking it's Trevor Haley tonight. Trevor Haley there, Dark Horse's finest in the 12. The Stamper family still shouting out the Stamper boy. Looking at Sean, he's back in 10th, so he ain't out of it. He definitely is not out of it back there. Trevor Haley, we heard Bryce Hinton thinking he's got his money on on Brandon Bikey of TWRS. As we're coming through turn 3 into 4 to take us back green. Looking at it, looked like Ryan Wilson made a message. Ryan, if you could let us know. We're going back green. Let us know how many more green, white checkers do we have?
Green flag.
As the green flag is out, Brandon Bikey on the move. Trevor Haley behind him. Corey Cook just above him there as Joe Quan and the 33 battling it in the back for 5th. What's going to happen? Brandon Bikey is running the lap, is praying that he sees a white flag. He's in turn 3.
Caution, caution,
and
caution.
The caution is out. The caution is out. Oh my goodness. We're going to look at David Salter of TWRS got involved in it. We're going to get back and see it. Looks like confirmed on us one time, Ryan, but it looks like we're going to have one. This is going to be our final green-white checker right here. Going to check out David. All right, David Salter there in the 32. We're going to take it full speed to kick it off. The 60. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Sean. Sean Stamper got to the wall. Sean Stamper got in the wall. Looks like it scared or checked up the 32. We're going to go back and watch it one more time. Here we go, one more time in full speed. We're going to see the mellow yellow Sean Stamper car. He gets into the wall. Oh, it wasn't Sean Stamper's fault. Sean Stamper got in the wall, but so did David Salter. David Salter was able to recover from it quicker, but it was Sean Stamper getting into the wall first, which slowed him up significantly, which caused him to get clipped by the 75 as he came off the wall, which in turn got David Salter. So there's David Salter into the wall, but he's still holding good speed. As you see the mellow yellow driven by Sean Stamper, significantly slower as Dave Scutt's coming through, but Sean Stamper coming down, hitting his teammate in the 75. Of course, it was not intentional. He had a car that just banged into the wall. Who knows? He's probably got wheel damage. Pops the 75 of Dave Scutt and ruins the David Salter wreck there. Oh, I should say ruins his race there. He might still have a fast repair. Hopefully he does, as we are back live with our leader, Brandon Bikey, Trevor Haley, Corey Cook, Chris Vincent, Joe Quan Stewart, Tyler Gothard, Jerry Fassett now in the top 10, holding down 7. Jerry Bergeron as well, Michael Jennings, and Eli Zallo rounding out the top 10. Looking at chat, what we got going on in the chat. Bad Bunny says, Jesus. I agree. Who else? What else we got? Bryce Hinton not happy with the start either. Ryan Wilson confirmed that there was one more, so this should be the final right here, and then it will be all she wrote after that. We're hearing from the chat. They're saying Bryce is saying he's thinking he's going to see a bump and run by Trevor Haley here. Bad Bunny showing her support for Timothy Tyler's driver in the 12 there. The shining light that everybody loves. Trevor Haley of Dark Horse Racing there on the high side in the 12 car. Brandon Bikey, instrumental in the Highline Racing League, coming on board and getting Highline Racing Network a sponsorship with TWRS. As the green flag is about to drop with Bikey taking us back green one more time as they are off. Corey Cook in the 61 right behind him. Great start by Brandon. Watching these three guys battle it up front from right behind. We're in the Highline Choppers. We're watching Trevor Haley getting into the wall, slowing him down significantly. Chris Vincent coming in on the bottom side. Corey Cook overtakes Brandon Bikey. Overtakes him right there. Are we going to see the white flag? It looks like we're going to get a white flag. We got a white flag. This is it. This is going to be it. What is going to happen here? We got to get the camera angle that we want. I'm liking this angle, but we want to see a different one. We're coming up to the back stretch. We got guys wrecked down low. Stay low if you can hear us. Corey Cook making a move. Oh, the Trevor Haley's going around. He's going around. Corey Cook. Corey Cook is going to take it. Corey Cook takes it right here in Kansas with Brandon Bikey right behind him in second place as Corey Cook gets his first win in the Highline Racing Network. Wow, what a race. What a race for Corey Cook to come through and steal it away from Brandon Bikey right there at the end. Trevor Haley involved in a little bit. We're going to go back and see just that. We want to see what happened with Trevor for sure, as we can get in there and kind of get a good idea of what happened there, right there at the end of that race. So we're going to take it back old school just for a minute. We're going to take that back old school just for a minute. See what happened with Trevor Haley here. All right, here we go. We're going to get this stopped right here. And we're going to go into the Chopper 2, and we're going to see what happened from Trevor Haley's angle here at quarter speed. So we see here was Corey Cook is already overtaken Brandon Bikey, Chris Vincent right there in front of the 12 of Trevor Haley, with Joe Kwan of Dark Horse, teammate of Trevor Haley, right behind him. Trevor Haley drops low, and Joe Kwan catches him on the left quarter panel there, which turns him, gets Trevor into Chris Vincent there in the 33. Joe Kwan's going around, and that is how Trevor Haley gets caught up in it. All right, well, that was Kansas, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's see if we can't get Corey Cook, tonight's winner, see if he's available to come into the broadcast, as well as we'll get the results put up for everybody to see. As we're looking at Corey Cook, Brandon Bikey, Trevor Haley, Jerry Fassett with his first top 5. Congratulations, Jerry Fassett. Dave Scott also with a top 5. Aaron Trabig, big coming through big for SMT tonight. David Salter still getting that 7th place finish with Eli Zallo in 8th, Randy Showers in 9th, and Tyler Gothard. They're in 10th. And I'll let you guys look at the rest of the winning crew tonight, as we're going to see who we can get into the chat tonight. It looks like Trevor Haley took 3rd. So we are going to get Trevor Haley into the chat, and then we're going to see if we can't get Corey Cook or Brandon Bikey. Actually, Brandon Bikey in next. So Corey Cook and Brandon Bikey, if you don't mind, start working your way towards the waiting room as we're taking in Trevor Haley of Dark Horse right now. Trevor Haley, you're in the chat. You got comms.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, you ran an outstanding race. You had, at one point, you were running 2.5 seconds faster than Ethan Moreno. And you were really, really on pace to win the race, but it kind of fell apart there somewhat there at the end. And then when, Joe Quan got into you there, and then, of course, you into the 33, it killed their races. It really killed your opportunity to make a last-ditch run on there at the end. But you're still on the podium. You're going to be more than likely the new points leader in the standings after this third-place finish. But if you don't mind, give us the tale of the tape from you, as well as let us know, like, hey, what happened? If you know what happened with Ethan, he kind of disappeared. And Juan Escamilla, the points leader, nobody knows what happened to him. Maybe you can shed some light on it.
Ethan got in a wreck and quit, and Juan was busy and couldn't make it.
Wow. Okay. We knew that Ethan was involved in some stuff. We didn't know the full scenario, but you still got that top 3 finish tonight, and it was definitely a battle there at the end with Corey Cook and Brandon Bikey, those guys. But we'll let you finish it off. Anything else you want to say, and then you can work your way right into some shout-outs, man.
I had a good race going. I felt pretty confident, and then it started getting messy there at the end, and I just got stuck in traffic. I didn't have enough laps to get back to the front. But it was a good points day. Happy I get to be the points leader, and shout out to everybody watching and you for setting all this up and broadcasting.
Yes, sir. Thanks for joining us in the chat, and really good job pulling down a podium position. We'll get you moved back down, and thanks again, Trevor.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to get our second place finisher in the chat now with Brandon Bikey coming to the broadcast booth. Brandon, you got comms. You're in the booth.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. You came through hardcore tonight, really dominated up front there at the end, got in a position to win the race, battled hard there with Corey Cook in the 61. He did overtake, but at the end of the day, you come in, you beat several dark horse drivers tonight, and you come in with a second place finish. At the end of the day, hey, man, give us your tale of the tape.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great coming through from the back. That's always a blast. There's so many cars out there. It's wild. But yeah, man, Corey and I and Trevor really, and Chris Vincent, my teammate, we were all kind of battling there at the end of the race, and we were all just as fast as each other, I think. And whoever was getting the right run at the right time, was going to take it. And I just got a little bit tight coming through 1 and 2 on that restart. And Corey didn't, and he just drove right by me. So I was very impressed. He raced me clean and just nailed that line and just nailed those last 2 laps, really.
Yeah, Corey Cook, tonight's winner, he's been a top 5 driver pretty much every race throughout the course of the season. This is his first time making it into the winner's circle, but it was great to watch. We knew that he was very talented and that he was managing his tires as we were watching him race throughout early on. We didn't think he was going to have what it took to overtake you there. We thought Chris Vincent being right there in that top 4 with you was really going to help ensure a TWRS win. But at the end of the day, it didn't pan out just that way. It never does in racing generally, but it turned out to be a great finish. A second place finish is nothing to moan about. So congratulations there. And at this point, man, you've got the floor to give a shout out to anybody you want, say anything you like, and we'll get the winner up here.
Yeah, perfect. No, thank you guys for having me. It was a blast. It was so fun. The race was great. Track was great. Everything was amazing. So appreciate you having us out. Highline Racing Network, you guys doing just an amazing job with broadcast, with marketing, with everything. So glad to be a part of it and here and having fun. I want to obviously thank Team Watson Racing Setups, which is my group that I run with, and we provide race setups for many different series, but we focus a lot on the NASCAR ovals. So if you are into open racing or have any interest in it, please come over to Team Watson Racing Setups. It's TWRsetups.com is our website where you can join our Discord. We have a lot of amazing tools and amazing people over there that help with racecraft, with setups, things like that. I want to thank my teammates, Chris Vinson and David Sauter, that were out there today helping me. And yeah, appreciate the broadcast. Can't wait to watch it back.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll get you moved back down, but since you mentioned the broadcast and you are one of the sponsors there for Highline Racing Network, we'll let you know, as well as we'll let, I guess, everybody know. We're trying to keep some of it a secret, but at the end of the day, we're not going to. Within the next week or two, expect to see Highline Racing Network's broadcast is getting a full makeover. So we're not going to go too much into detail, but all I can tell you is it's going to be better. And that's what we keep telling everybody. Come with us. We're going to strive to make our races better, our broadcasts better, and we're going to try to make each and every one that comes on board with us better. So at the end of the day, congratulations, Brandon. We'll get you moved back down, and we'll get our leader up here.
Have a great night. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Corey Cook, you got comms?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, for everybody that's listening, Corey Cook is the 61 CCH driver with the long curly mullet that you may have seen here in recent weeks in the Highline Racing Network. Coming through tonight in Kansas, pulling down his first win of the season. Going to really bolster you up probably into the top 3 after this win. But we'll see once the points get set up here in a little bit. But tell us your tale of the tape, Corey.
Oh, man, I honestly didn't think I ended up winning tonight. Lap 2, I ended up causing an accident out of turn 2. I got loose off the corner, kept chasing it, and ended up wrecking the 21. Got several cars involved. I thought that was it. But we slowly worked our way back up. We didn't get any stage points, but sometimes you got to make do. You got to bite the bullet. Eventually, we paid that back. We'll win.
You definitely did that. And, you know, Brandon said it there in the end of what he was telling us when we had him up here in the booth. He was saying, you know, you came through when you passed him there. You must have just found a great line, something, because you had much more traction there than Brandon did, and you were able to overtake what appeared to be pretty easily. You definitely found a line to run. Was that something you were kind of eyeballing coming to that point, or was that just something that kind of fell in your lap there?
Well, you know, the strange thing is I love running these cars. I love running this track, and I was thinking, it's going to be a dominant top-line track like Kansas always is. That wasn't really the case tonight for some reason. It was really hug the bottom, and if you missed that bottom just a little bit, it would not stick as well. So you had to get your left side tires on that white line and make it hook it.
I hear that, man. Well, aside from that, you know, you're still a solo CCH driver in the league. I think at some point you're probably going to get some of these guys that are like, hey, man, you know, we want to join the mullet crew and team up with you, man. We'll see what happens with that, but we're going to round this out. So we're going to let you go ahead and have the final word. Give us a shout out to whoever you like, and we're going to get this broadcast wrapped up.
You for putting the show on, Highline for putting the race on. I want to give a shout out to my CCH teammates. They did the Daytona 24 Hours over this weekend, and they came second in their split in the GT3 class. So
nice.
They're tired, but they're pretty happy.
I heard that. Well, that's gonna wrap it up from our leader tonight, Corey Cook of CCH Racing, pulling down the checkered flag here in Kansas. Thanks for joining us, Corey. We'll get you moved down, and we're going to wrap this broadcast up. Look forward to seeing you next week, bud.
All right, looking forward to it.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up. We'll get our schedule pulled up as we are going to... We're currently looking at COTA in the trucks for next week. We've had a couple of guys petition to potentially have that changed. We will we're gonna throw something out in Discord here this week. Try to get some people's takes. If we have an overwhelming, I guess you could say, vote to change it to a different road course, because we are going to keep it a road course, unfortunately. We made a promise to some guys that we would have a mix, and though it's not equal, we don't have very many road courses. We're going to keep a road course. We're going to keep the road course on the schedule. We just may consider changing it to, say, the Daytona course, for example. But nevertheless, we'll see what all comes of that. And we look forward to seeing each and every one of you right here again on the Highline Racing Network come next Sunday. But in the meantime, keep your eyes peeled, because you know the Highline Racing Network show is going to be coming out here in the next day or two. Maybe Wednesday at the latest, but nevertheless, you guys know it's coming. It's going to be great. It's going to cover down on the whole league, all the top drivers, and we try to mix it up, and we try to throw a new driver in there from occasion. We're looking at maybe throwing in, who knows, we might get something with Easton Collins or an Eli Zallo. I don't know. You guys keep your eyes peeled, and any of those guys or anybody that feels like they're a part of this community now and they haven't really been recognized, they haven't been on the show per se, then we want to get you there. So shoot us a message and just say, hey, man, I'd like to be a part of the show. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to say a ton of stuff. We'll work it out. We'll reach out to you. We'll get it all working, and we'll get you put out there. But it's going to wrap it up from Kansas. I'm Tommy Rogers, and thanks for joining us on the Highline Racing Network. Catch you guys next time.
Please don't leave. See y'all next week.
Yeah, I'm in the veins, feeling like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. Head open pause. Every race I'm taking, you know what I leave a coast. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most.
Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle.